Hey coding words. So basically in today's LeetCode problem 3136, which is valid word, and it is an easy level problem as the problem statement is given as a word is considered valid if it contains a minimum of 3 characters, it contains only digit 0 to 9, and English letters uppercase and lowercase. It includes at least one vowel. It includes at least one consonant. So if it's satisfying all those 4 conditions, then we can say that it is a valid word. Okay, else we have to say that it is not a valid word. Okay, so here it is saying that return true if word is valid, otherwise we have to return false. Okay, and then after that note is given a, I, o, u, and the upper cases are vowels. Okay, and the consonant is in English letters, that is not a vowel. Okay, so here it defines the definitions of vowels and consonant. So now understand this example here. So here in the first example we have a word which is like 234 ADAS. Okay, and by the condition, if I'm going to matching the condition, that means it contains a minimum of 3 characters. So yeah, it's satisfying the first condition, that it is greater than 3 characters. Okay, and the second thing is that it contains only digit. Okay, that means from 0 to 9, and English letters, that means it must be alphanumeric value. Okay, so yeah, it is alphanumeric value, so it is also satisfying the second case also. Now if I'm talking about the third case, which means it must contains at least one vowels, and in fourth it must contains one consonant. So as we can say, it contains A. Okay, and let's say D or S also, so it contains both, at least one vowels and one consonant. So in that case here you return true. Okay, the word satisfying all the conditions. Okay, so in that case we have to return true. Now if I'm talking about the second example, here we have B3, so it is not satisfying our first case, which is like length must be like minimum of 3. Okay, so here it is having only 2 characters, so first case is false, so we don't have to check any other case. We have to simply return false. Okay, now similarly we have a third example, and it is also not satisfying the condition, so it returned false, as it is not, it is having one AE, okay, but not consonant. It is not having any consonant, so you have to return false. And here constant is given as our word's length must be like greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to 20. Okay, so it is like completely based on our string topic. So let's try to solve this problem. This is a easy problem, and we have to just simply traverse the word, traverse the character of string, and we have to satisfy all those conditions. So as the given problem, here we can say that our word is considered valid if it contains a minimum of 3 characters. So if it like less than 3, then we return false. So here to give our first condition, that means if word length is like less than 3. Okay, if it will like less than 3, then in that case we have to return false. Okay, now let's move to our check second case. Okay, so here what we'll do, here to traverse our word string. So for here we have to traverse our character ch inside the word string. Okay, now while traversing we need to check our word is having alphanumeric values or not. Okay, so what we can do, here we have to check if character. Okay, so here we have to use one C++ method which is called as isAlpha. Okay, isAlpha, which is going to check character. Okay, so if it will be like there. Okay, so basically isAlpha is actually method in C++ which are used to check whether our string is having any character values or not. Okay, so if it will be like there, then what it will do, it will then what I will do here we have to take all those characters, okay, all those alphabet characters into lowercase. Okay, it may be like in the uppercase or in the lowercase. So here we have to store, let's say character is equal to lower. Okay, is also another type of method in C++ which converts all those uppercase values to a lowercase value. So it will be like easy for us, easy for me, and for you all to convert your uppercase letters or uppercase character to a lowercase character to check it easily. Okay, to check this condition for both cases, either to like uppercase or lowercase. So here we have to pass character. Okay, now once we convert all those alphabet values inside the word character, okay, or inside the word string, we need to do what? We need to check it must contains at least one vowels and it must contains at least one consonant. So here we have to going to check again. So here I'm saying that if character is equal to a, or character is equal to e, or character is equal to I, or character is equal to o, and at the last we need to check for u. Okay, if our character is having these 5 characters, okay, if my character ch is having all these 5 characters ch, then we have to turn true. That means it contains our vowels. So here what we'll do, here we have to, let's say, creating another type of variable, let's say boolean type as it return either value in true or false. Okay, so here we return bool is vowel, and I have to initialize it here with false value. Okay, and similarly I have to also make a consonant is consonant, and I have to also initialize it with false value. And here after checking this condition, so here what I've done here first of all, in for checking this second case here, it must contains only digit, that means 0 to 9, and English letters, either it will be uppercase or lowercase. So first of all we are actually reading our reading inside word string. What is our string value? Okay, so and character is basically traversing one by one inside the word string. So what I'm doing here first of all, whatever I'm reading inside the word string, we have to first of all convert. Here I'm going to check whether it is alphabet or not by using isAlpha method. And if we do like alphabet, then our alphabet may be maybe of like uppercase or lowercase, so we have to convert it to completely lowercase. And inside lowercase, once we have completed once we completely convert our uppercase to a lowercase character, then we have to check if my character is having at least one vowels, either to like a, e, I, o, u. Then in that case we have to simply make true. Okay, so here to make is vowel as true, and if it is not having these characters, then that means it is having consonant values. So in that case also here we have to make is consonant as true. Okay, now once we have checked these things, now we have satisfying these two conditions also, and for English characters also. Now at the last we have to check for this condition, that means it must contains numeric value which must be from 0 to 9 digit. Okay, so here after checking this case, okay, here we have to, here my if block is completely end. Now here to check for other thing, that means else if. And here we have another method in C++, that means is digit, okay, which is basically used to check that our character, okay, what I'm reading inside the word here. Okay, if my character is like reading this word string, and if it contains any type of numbers, that means it is valid, else it is not valid. So here I'm saying that if is digit character, okay, and here in that case here to return. So before that here to just make opposite of that, that means here to check if is digit is not a character. Okay, then in that case here to return true. Okay, and at the last we have to simply return our both the case, that means it must contains at least one vowels and one consonant. So here what we'll do, return is vowel and is consonant. Let me try to compile and run. Okay, so here I'm getting error, which is like what I think here to return false value. Okay, yeah, if it is like not a digit. Okay, so yeah, let's try to submit it. So it's submitted. So yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching.